Greetings everyone, thank you for watching another video on this YouTube channel. Today I have really good news for you all, and it's the Amazon, the protection for Amazon AWS, Veeam Backup for AWS. It has reached the version number 4. So Veeam Backup for AWS number 4, it's already there, it's on the marketplace, you can just go and grab it, or in the case that you have version 3, you can just go and do the update. And as per every single new release, it's of course including new features. And on this case, for the protection in AWS, for this version 4, we have a few new features that I wanted to mention. First one, it's the Amazon EFS support, so Elastic file share support. Of course, if you are a customer already of AWS and you are using EFS, this is going to be absolutely perfect. You will be able to protect all of those file shares that you have there on AWS. And later on, we're going to see how to deploy it and a quick overview as well, quick view on this feature. But really good, and it's good to see that Veeam Backup for AWS, it keeps adding more and more AWS services at the end. There are so many. So if you as a customer have any special need around any specific AWS service, please reach out on the forums or reach out to your closer salesperson, so that it can take into consideration and add it within the next versions. So another great thing coming in this version 4, Veeam Backup for AWS version 4, it's the Amazon S3 Glacier or S3 Glacier Deep Archive Storage class support, meaning that all the backups, you will be able to store them on normal S3 or normal S3 infrequent access, and automatically you can enable as well the Glacier or Glacier Archive just to tier them into where they're supposed to be. For example, just imagine the monthlies, the yearlies, all of those, instead of being on normal AWS S3, automatically they will be tiered into this Glacier or Deep Archive. Super good, and of course especially good for cost savings once again. Another one, which is one of my favorites, is the KMS support. We're talking security. We keep seeing more and more attacks every single week. We keep seeing more. So the introduction of KMS, it will allow the backup administrators to use the AWS to encrypt the backup data, meaning encryption at rest. So that will improve the security and control that over the keys and passwords used by the backup policies. So everything is automated and you have full control of that. Really good. Another one that it was aimed for more specific scenarios, it was the standalone AMI deployment. So instead of grabbing it from the marketplace, it was more about to get the AMI deployment method. So this is only available on the RESTful API. And if you have any questions, please let us know, or just type it on the forums, and we'll be happy to help you. Other enhancements of this version 4 on the UI and on the UX, I'll show you there later on the when we deploy it. But of course, it's just the login screen. It has been updated, so it's really fresh now. The wizards that we all love, especially the first time you're using a product like this, it has really useful wizards, so it will help us how to do the stuff without going to the help center. So that's a nice add. Finally, the integration with Veeam Backup and Replication. I explained to you this on another video, so you can go there and check it out on the previous video, or if you stay long enough on this video, we are going to see the integration with Veeam Backup and Replication, the integration between Veeam Backup for AWS version 4 with Veeam Backup and Replication version 11a, which is the version that you need to merge them and to put them both together. What is included on this integration, of course, is just the visibility of the new workloads. So, for example, all of these new jobs for the EFS, all of those are included in Veeam Backup and Replication. All of the visibility across the storage of the S3 Glacier or S3 Deep Archive as well, that it's included on there as well. So there are a lot of other new things, so I recommend it to you to take a look into the official KB for this matter, read the release notes, and if you allow me now, and if you stay here with me, now we're going to deploy it from scratch, the Veeam Backup for AWS version 4. We're going to take a look into everything, EC2, RDS, once again, the EFS, the VPC backup. We're going to kind of refresh all of that, and we are going to see as well the integration with Veeam Backup and Replication version 11a. So let's go there into the video.
So first things first, we will need to go into our marketplace, so into our AWS console. So if you search by Veeam, I'm going to deploy Veeam Backup and Replication, bring your own license, so free trial and bring your own license. This is the version 4.0, well released today, at the time of the video. We click subscribe, we click into the accept the terms, and well, now it's preparing and well, accepting pretty much the subscription. Let's go and click into continue to configuration. And now what we can do is just I think I'm going to deploy it into new VPC. You could always deploy, of course, Veeam Backup for AWS into your own VPC. I'm going to deploy version 4. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to select the region where I want the Veeam Backup for AWS to be, which is London. I'll click continue to launch now, and now let me choose here the action. So launch CloudFormation, and this is going to take care of everything of the provision of this product. So let's take a quick look over here. The Amazon S3 URL, the template, it's okay. I don't want to edit or do anything really with it. You could use a template, or once again create a template in the designer, but I'm not going to touch anything. I want to click next here. We do need to select an stack name, so I just call VBA version 4, and now T2 medium, the keeper that I have already, the keeper. I'm going to select Elastic IP, so public IP for the server, so I can access from externally from any IP. So of course this is completely unsecure, and I do recommend not to do this and really harden it and make it as secure as possible. You can change that later on the security group. So I'm not going to touch any IAM role name, so I will just let CloudFormation to produce the IAM, to create the IAM role that it needs and everything. This option does not work all the time, so if you are in a strict AWS version, you will AWS environment, you will need to ask for that IAM role. Veeam has a KB with all of this, so let's go here and create a stack. And once again, I just leverage the more per default option. So it's simple. Here's on my environment. It's small, but on production, on real environment, this you are going to probably need an IAM role created, and you can use the KBs that Veeam provides to do that. So let's go into the EC2s because it has finished the provision, which it took already around 10 minutes, 15 minutes in my case. So if we open the IP, it's already showing us here, well, the SSL error, of course. I'm just accessing through the IP, so it's always going to be an error, but we can change the SSL later on without any problem. This is the newest Plus, which is super exciting. You can see the Veeam Backup for AWS Plus. So it's initializing, it's doing the system update, product update, and now it's starting the services. I think it's really, really fresh. And I really like this new Plus login on all the Veeam Backup for AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud Platform, really. So it's really good. Let's go and accept the EULA. So we click here in accept. We need to put the instance ID. So we go back, then we grab it from here. Okay. And now we go back and then we put it in here. Perfect. Now we need to create a username and password. It's the first time only. So I'm just going to select my username, open, and my password. Now, finally, I do login. with my username and password that I just created, and I will just select login. Probably I can click save. What's new? Let's take a quick look. I mean, I've already explained this to you before. So Amazon EFS, S3 Glacier, and KMS Support, EFS Backup. We're going to see that. Amazon S3 Glacier and Amazon Deep Archive, we're going to see that. KMS, we're going to see it very, very quickly, very briefly. So let's go ahead and go into configuration on here and follow the wizard. So the IAM role is already added. So we don't need to add anything. Now into the worker, we can deploy the workers. We should deploy the workers where we have VMs. So I have VMs or EC2 instances in London. So I'm going to deploy there on this VPC, although it can be, it can be another VPC as long as they have interconnectivity anyways. And the subnet, that's okay. The security group, all of this by default, it is okay. At least on my environment. Let me check. Probably on that one, yeah, much better. Okay. This it's okay in the case. I go next and I click finish. You can change all of these later on. You can deploy more workers depending of the EC2 instances, the region that you have. You need to. Let's create the first backup repository. So this is going to be in normal S3 storage. So as we had, as Veeam had before in version 3 and before. So this is normal S3 bucket. So I'm going to choose the IAM role. That's perfectly fine. Let's go and explore the buckets that that I have or that account has access to. Okay, Veeam AWS, it's perfectly fine. Now let's see if we have any folder here, maybe from version 3 or something. I don't think so. But well, anyways, let's take a quick look. It might not even detect the version 3 one, so I don't know. Well, let's click cancel and let's create a new folder anyway. So we can call it VBA version 4. And there you go. You have the S3 standard Glacier or Glacier Deep Archive. In this case, it's going to be for the daily and weekly backups. So that will be just S3 standard. I think this option, it's this option is new here in the encryption. I don't remember seeing it before. And here is where you can select the KMS encryption key for your backups. So this will be encryption at rest. So in this case, I'm just going to use it like a normal password encryption, meaning that this is handled by the Veeam Backup for AWS. So it is not using KMS, but that is the integration with KMS that you can leverage in the case that you want. And I probably recommend you, because I'm pretty sure you're using KMS already on your production environment. Remember, this is just a lab, and this is a quick video to show you the capabilities, and that's it. So let's click and finish here. Let's go now and create the second repository, meaning the Glacier or Deep Archive. That's completely up to you. In my case, it's going to be Glacier. So let's go here. Let's put Glacier, and the description is exactly the same. So I'm not going to make it difficult. I'm going to use the same bucket. There you go. And inside the same bucket, I'm just going to create a new folder, which is called exactly the same as it was before, but just with the Glacier here, and the storage class to be S3 Glacier. You could select a Deep Archive, but in this case, I'm just going to select the S3 Glacier. It's perfectly fine. Now I'm just going to put another encryption key. I'm using the same that I used before. But okay, so I have the two backup repositories, one for the dailies and weeklies, and another one for the monthlies and yearlies. So once again, let's click here and finish. There you go. We are pretty much ready to start creating our first policy. First policy is going to be EC2. That I think this is a really good policy to start with anyways. So okay, my EC2 instance has backup. Let's go next. Now, well, once again, the IAM role, I am going to select London, but if you have more regions with instances, you can select them on there. Here we can select the by instance or by tag. As you see, let's try and search for the VMs that I have here for the instances. I'm going to select all of them but one. So later on, when I produce reports and everything, I can see that I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 protected. So okay, you go. I don't want to exclude any volumes, so I go next. I don't want to do application aware or scripting inside the instances. I don't want to replicate the snapshots this time, but I want backups. So you can see I can select the repository that it was the normal S3. And the archives, you can see that I am already selecting here, put the archives into Glacier. In this case, on this other repository that I created, it could be deep archive as well. So that is how it's configured. Very good, but we will still need to go into the schedule and tweak this. So we select what it goes where. So you can see that I have the send backups to archive on. This is for the yearly. Let's go into the weekly. Weeklies cannot go into, so I put it on Saturday, and they cannot go into archive, so they will be still in normal S3. Okay, so I keep Saturday backup and snapshots, and then keep the backup for 1 month. The snapshots to keep 1. That should be all right. Now for the monthlies, I have once again the send backups to archive on, meaning that these backups are going to be sent into the, on this case, my Glacier repository, but it will be deep archive, remember. Okay, so that's fine. 1 snapshot to keep for 12 months. That should be all right. Click apply on here, and well, the dailies, which is as well. Let me take a quick look, but that is snapshots every hour, and then backups at 10 p.m. That I'm happy with this. Depending of the size of the VM and so on, it can be quite expensive, but I keep it for 14 days. I keep these weeklies. That is perfectly fine. Snapshots to keep. Should I keep on the weekly? Just confused. I don't know if this needs to be maybe 4. So I keep 4 weeks, but well, anyways, that is fine. This is the monthly schedule, and this is the yearly schedule. Okay. It is all good. It's all properly configured. So I click on next, and the cost calculator, cutting edge technology, which is going to help you to do not make any mistake with the bill and do something that is going to cost you or your business a lot. So I can test the configuration, which is going to tell you if you have made any mistake or if you have some configuration issue and so on. So I think everything is going to be in success anyways. So I can probably wait a bit, but I can always close it. So let's go into finish, and a few warnings, the worker, and a bit of the endpoint. Well, probably I can fix these small issues later on. So I'm going to click into OK. Perfect. So we have our first policy, which is the EC2 policy. But of course, with Veeam Backup for AWS version 4, we do have much more, right? So we have now RDS, VPC, and EFS. EFS is the new one for version 4. So let's take a look into the RDS. I already showed you this before on previous videos, but let's take a quick look together. So let's do an RDS backup, my RDS backup policy, and now we go into next. We go into the region. I have a quick RDS in London, so I'm just going to do this on here, and let's select the database. It's loading, so hopefully it will take some time on here. And yeah, there you go. I have the PostgreSQL. So I'm going to select it, and I am going to select protect, click apply, click next, and I don't want to replicate the snapshots, and I want to daily, weekly, and monthly. And this is going to be the usual dailies. It's going to be the usual weeklies here. And yeah, on Saturday probably weeklies. I want to keep what I want to keep for the weeklies. Once again, 4 weeklies, and the monthlies I want to keep 12 monthlies. So I want to do once per month. I want to keep, probably it needs to be just 1, right? So it will be 1 per. Well, anyways, keep 1 monthly snapshot. That should keep 1, and this is the how much is going to cost. So that is once again the cost calculator, and try retry for 3 times. Let's click into next, into finish. Fantastic. So now the VPC, it should be already there. It's just that it's not enabled, but it's already configured. Let's take a look into what we can edit. We can add different regions with different IAM roles. We can always do additional copy, third retention, 1 hour for 1 month, and the summary. So the VPC is fine. I don't want to touch much now into that. I'll show you that before. Let's take a quick look into the EFS, which is new. So let's go here and select add on here. First things first, let's introduce a name. So EFS Backup, my EFS Backup Policy. I go into next. I am role, that's fine. Then the region, I have one EFS here in London with some files. It's going to tell us the size, which is really handy to understand. Although Veeam is not licensing per size in EFS on the Veeam Backup for AWS, so it doesn't really matter. But it's good to give us some estimation. So that's it's 6 kilobytes. I don't have that many big files, anyways. It's just a few Word documents and Excels and PDFs. So okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's select it and click protect. Now what we can do is going to apply, and next target backup vault. For the vault, we do select here in London. Let's click into edit to see what it's about, and then it's going to be into AWS EFS automatic backup vault. That's fine. Let's click apply and create backup copies in the case that you want to have backup copies into a different region. I do not want to have it, but probably recommend it. Nevertheless, let's click into next. Let's select the daily, weekly, monthly, same as we have been doing before. So 10 p.m. at night, that's fine for 14 days. And weekly, we can keep the weeklies on Saturday for probably 1 month, so that will be probably 4, right? Now, if we go here, okay, that it's okay. The monthlies, okay. So yeah, if I put all of the months, and this will be really 1 month because we have 1 point per. Well, anyways, if you want to keep 12, let's click into next. The cost of this is going to be extremely low because, of course, it's really small. So once again, you could test the configuration or just click in finish. That it's all good. We have policies now across EC2, RDS, VPC, and EFS. Let's click and start. So you can see the full power of the Veeam Backup for AWS version 4. It's good that it's version 4 and it protects 4 AWS services, right? So what a coincidence. Let's try now to restore the, well, anything from the EFS. You can do file level recovery in the case that that you want. So you can see on here, if I select edit, and I do know that I have something on /word, so I click it there, and that will allow us to do file level recovery, the files that are inside that specific path, and where do I want to restore it, to original location or to a new location, and then the restore reason. So that's really powerful, that we can restore the EFS to the point that we really need and the mount points that we really need as well. Let me show you a few more things. So we can now, on the policies, we can export the policies into JSON format, and this is going to allow us just to have a few, well, if you have managing a few of them, you can import them later on, you can edit them and make some changes and import them back. On here, we can select the last duration, next run, state. And if we go into the overview, well, this is the usual view, right? With the alarms, total instances protected, and so on. So that it's really cool. Let me see what else here. If I show you the success of the EFS policy, you can take a look into what it has been doing. So that is good stuff. And now finally, I think we can go into the licensing. So I'll show you the license usage. So you can see that it's consuming now the one instance from that EFS. And if I show you now, I've been running this for a few minutes, and now I kick everything. So you see that I have now consuming more licenses like the EC2, the RDS, the EFS, and so on. Now let's go and transition into the integration with Veeam Backup and Replication version 11a, right? So this is, well, the recommended step really to integrate the Veeam Backup for AWS, Veeam Backup for Azure, Veeam Backup for Google Cloud Platform into Veeam Backup and Replication. So you have a fully, a full single pane of glass with everything. So we're going to backup infrastructure, and then when we select Add Server, you can see that we have here Veeam Backup for AWS. And now we do connect to an existing appliance, and we do put here our AWS account. So that will be, this is going to be my access keys, and this is going to be a secret key to do and access the AWS environment. So here you go, access key and secret key that I'm grabbing from my usual password manager. And I can put here AWS, select the region global and then London. I go into next. This is going to allow me to explore the EC2 instances that I have on that region. One of them, which is the Veeam Backup for AWS version 4. Or I can call here description VBA version 4. I do select next, delete connection because I don't have any VPN or anything. I select the credentials for the Veeam Backup for the AWS version 4 appliance itself. Remember these credentials that we created once we have deployed the first kind of a splash login. So that's very good. And now, yeah, of course, SSL certificate once again. And let's wait a bit. So as I was saying, this is great because this is going to give us full visibility across all the clouds. So it's taking a look even into the repositories. So we have S3 and the S3 Glacier. Remember, if you have more, you will see them here. Now, for the S3, we can introduce their credentials once again. And inside these AWS credentials, we select the gateway server. And we do put the password that we introduce. Remember for the encryption. If we had KMS, that will need to be the KMS over here. That's good. And now if I go into next, I don't have to do anything for Glacier. Probably I don't have that much backups just yet over there. So let's take a quick look on here. We can see what it's doing. I let this in real time. I didn't accelerate or anything because it was quite fast. So you see that the Veeam Backup and Replication, it's adding and connecting into the Veeam Backup for AWS appliance. Now it's connecting to the external repositories into the Veeam Backup and Replication. And finally, it's trying to connect as well to the external repo for the Veeam AWS Glacier, which I don't have anything just yet because, of course, it's not weeklies or monthlies on my Veeam Backup for AWS just yet. But as new points will arrive, we will see them on the Veeam Backup for AWS. This has finished, so that is really, really good. Didn't take that much long, maybe 1-2 minutes really. So let's click into next, and if we're happy, let's click into finish. Now we're going to home. This has changed. It was white before, empty, and now I can see across my my protection in the cloud. I can see that EFS backup. I can see the RDS backup. I can see the EC2 backups, which is still running, and you can see how it's going. And the data transfer, really, really, really good and really powerful. Moreover, under snapshots, we can trigger restores, as for example here, you see it's the same options that we have seen before on the website, but directly from the Veeam Backup and Replication, right? If I go into next, it's just around 6 megabytes. And now if I go here, restore to the original location or to new location with different settings, once again, it's pretty much the same options that we have seen into the AWS functionality itself. Okay, I'm not going to recover anything. I just wanted to show you how it works and how does it look like. You can restore EC2, you can restore RDS, you can trigger as well the restores from here without any problem, and I've showed you that before as well. Now finally, I wanted to show you something really cool, which it is the central license management across all the environments, the on-prem for Hyper-V agents, VMware, Nutanix, and of course the cloud VMs, which can be Azure, Google Cloud Platform, AWS, and so on. You see that I have here EC2, cloud databases, cloud file shares, and everything it's centralized. Although I can create even a report and see once again what I am protecting, what I'm consuming, my universal licenses, which they are truly universal, as you can see here, because they can be cloud, physical, they can be EFS, they can be RDS. So same licensing can be used for many different things.
Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video is useful for you. I hope that the step-by-step deploying it from scratch, it has been useful for you. I always love, to see a good deep dive, deploying it from scratch, doing it with you together, giving some comments and so on. So I hope that you as well appreciate it. And if that's so, well, just like the video and subscribe to the channel in the case that you are not subscribed. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.